Hujambo.
Sijambo.
Karibu.
Thank you.
Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with the abundant favor us, your servant, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Please confirm to us that you are Mr. Peter Mshila Mwamkuu, and hand over Mwamkuu. Yes, Mwamkuu, and give the sergeants your original documents.
Yes, you are honorable. I confirm that my name is Peter Mshila Mwamkuu.
Okay. And I'm Isaac Matolo, MCA Matter, and the chair of this committee. The rest of the members will introduce themselves as they ask questions. So the sergeant will assist you in taking oath.
I, Peter Mshila Mwamkuu, do here swear testify on all matter in question and to tell this committee the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Okay, in the interest of time, you will be brief, straight to the answer. I'll take, we'll first start with the preset questions, then later on, members will ask you questions, additional questions, or comment further, okay? So we start off. Please introduce yourself and briefly highlight your professional journey. You introduce yourself and briefly highlight on your professional journey. Then you can take the two, then the other question: how do you intend to uphold integrity and transparency in the management of the County Public Service Board? How you intend to uphold integrity and transparency in the management of the County Public Service Board? Thank you.
Okay. As I've said, my name is Peter Mshila Mwamkuu, and I am a resident of Taita Taveta County, and I was born and raised in this county of Taita Taveta, and currently I can say I'm a certified secretary of good standing, and my professional journey started 10 years ago, and I started as an administrative officer, whereby I grew to a position of assistant director. Currently, I'm serving as the acting secretary, County Public Service Board. I've also worked in private sectors, whereby I worked in bank sectors, and also I've worked as a lecturer, whereby I've lectured for over 3 years in some more colleges, in Savo Institute also. So, in short, I'll say, currently I have also a master's in business administration, strategic management, and that's what I can say in brief. Concerning issue of, maybe you can repeat the question on integrity and transparency.
Yes, how you intend to uphold integrity and transparency in the management of the County Public Service Board.
Okay, in short, what I can say, the County Public Service Board is managed under the County Government Act, whereby we talk of section 57, 58 and 59. So on the issue of integrity, we have one thing I'll say, I will strengthen the policies and also the regulation which we have in place, and also I'll make sure I do sensitization on the Public Officer Ethic Act 2003, whereby it is an act which is very important to any public officer. And on the issue of transparency, the County Public Service Board is a board which handles issues of human resources. Transparency is one of the key important issue, especially when we are doing recruitment. So in the recruitment process, we have to ensure that the position is advertised widely, so that it may reach the large number of population, so that we ensure that the public is aware about the job vacancy at the County Public Service Board. And maybe on integrity issue, I'll say on the issue of strengthening the policy which we have in place, and that's what I can say. Yeah.
Okay, Mheshimiwa Rose, you'll take the next questions.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Rose Shingira. Mr. Mwamkuu, what is your understanding of the constitutional roles of the County Public Service Board under Article 235 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Section 59 of the County Government Act?
Section 235 and Section 59.
59 of the County Government Act.
So,
The other one is the National Constitution, and the other one.
thank you, Honor. Section 35, it talks of the establishment of the County Public Service Board. Article 235 of the Constitution of Kenya. It talks on the establishment of the County Public Service Board. So the County Public Service Board is born under the Section 235 of the Constitution of Kenya. When we go to Section 59, it talks of the function and the powers of the County Public Service Board, whereby one of the function of the board under Section 59 Roman 1 is about establishing and abolishing of office. So my understanding, one of the biggest role of the board is establishing and also abolishing of offices. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I have a second question for you. Kindly explain the relevance of the Employment Act in public service management and how you'd ensure compliance with the provisions if appointed to serve as County Public Service Board CEO.
Relevance of Employment Act.
Yes, in public service management, and how you'd ensure compliance with its provisions if appointed to serve as County Public Service Board CEO.
Okay, the Employment Act is one of the acts which is very important to any employee of this nation of Kenya, because Employment Act it talks about it talks about the rights of an employee in the Employment Act. It also talks about how to handle issues of dispute, issues of resolution, issue of in case of any issue whereby we have maybe somebody has been employed and is maybe facing issues like maybe a child being misused in employment. In the Employment Act, I think it talks much about how to rights of an employee, the rights of an employee in general. So in the public service, we have to ensure that we comply with the Employment Act so that we don't go against the rights of employees of this county of Taita Taveta.
You okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Mheshimiwa Anisa, you take the next questions.
Thank you, Chair. How are you, Mr. Mwamkuu?
I'm fine.
I have two
Honorable.
questions for you.
Yes, madam.
What is the interpretation of public participation in relation to human resource and recruitment process? That is question number one. What is the interpretation of public participation in relation to human resource and recruitment process? That is question number one. Question number two, how would you ensure fair, transparent, and merit-based recruitment and promotions within the county public service? How would you ensure fair, transparent, and merit-based recruitment and promotions within the county public service? Thank you, Chair.
Through the chair, maybe I beg a pardon on the first question on the public participation.
Sorry. What is your interpretation of public participation in relation to human resource and recruitment process?
Okay, maybe I'll say on public participation, one of the role of the county public service board in HR and also in recruitment process, one of the role we have to be openness of the county public service board, which is under the values and principle of according to Article 10 and 232. So one of the role is openness whereby we have to run an advert, we have to make sure recruitment process is followed, we have to ensure the public is aware on the recruitment process. And on the issue of HR, it is an issue whereby HR process is an issue whereby we have to involve the public, especially in the when we are implementing our policies or when we are doing sensitization on the issues of sensitization on the values and principle. So on the HR issues, we have also to involve the public on issues of HR, especially the policy which we are bringing on board to our employees and also the public. So public participation is very important when we are coming up with this document, policies, and also it's very important when we are doing recruitment. Thank you, Honorable. The second question, it talks of how the fairness, transparent and merit-based recruitment. Maybe you can repeat it, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How would you ensure fair, transparent, and merit-based recruitment and promotions within the county public service board? How would you ensure fair, transparent, and merit-based recruitment and promotions within the county public service? Thank you, Chair.
Okay, how will I, the promotion of fairness and transparency and merit-based recruitment, I'll ensure that, as I said earlier, the issue of recruitment, the issue of transparency and fairness and merit-based recruitment, I ensure that the public is aware of the job vacancy, which we have, whereby we have to make sure that the position is advertised to the public, and we have to also ensure that we are there to Article 10 and 232, whereby we ensure there is fairness, we ensure there is the transparency in terms of the job vacancy which we have advertised. And on the issue of merit-based recruitment, we have to make sure that we have a competency-based system whereby we pick the best candidates. Thank you.
MC Ngolia. Mheshimiwa Janice, we'll take the next questions.
Good afternoon, Your Honorable. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Very friendly questions. I'd like you to note them down so that we may not go back again. There are two. So you better note them down, and then once you start answering, you answer both. How would you ensure fair, transparent, and merit-based recruitment and promotions within the county public service? It's good. You want me to go number 7? Oh, 7 and 8. Okay. Yeah, sorry. What strategies would you implement to address issues of nepotism, tribalism, and favorism in recruitment? I'll repeat again. What strategies would you implement to address issues of nepotism, tribalism, and favorism in recruitment? The last question will be, how do you plan to handle cases of staff indiscipline and underperformance? Thank you, Chair. Are you okay with them?
Yes, I'm okay, Your Honor. Okay, maybe I answer the first question. The strategy which you will implement to handle nepotism, tribalism, and favorism. Okay, this has been an issue within the public service. One thing, maybe as a county, we need to come up with a policy. Maybe we call it a policy to handle favorism and tribalism, and also nepotism. A policy which whereby it can be able to handle this issue, so that we be able to solve the problem of the issue of nepotism and tribalism. Another thing maybe I can advise, maybe another thing we improve on our policy. Improving on our policy which we have in place is whereby we review the policy so that we handle the issue of nepotism, and we add them in our policy so that this issue may be an issue of the past. Thank you. And the second question, I see, how do you plan to handle issue of indiscipline and underperformance? Indiscipline, the issue of indiscipline, as per the County Government Act, one of the roles is to control issues of disciplinary control, whereby as the County Public Service Board will have also to ensure that we sensitize on the policy which we have, the disciplinary manual policy which we have in place. So we ensure that each and every employee within the county is adhering to the policy which we have in place. And on the issue of underperformance, we have to make sure that we put structure, performance contracting. Maybe we put structure of performance contracting or result-based initiative, whereby we will be able now to handle issue of underperformance. Another thing, we can handle it through maybe training and workshop, whereby we will be able to handle the issue of underperformance. Underperformance mostly is a very big issue, whereby also we need to handle it with a lot of sensitivity. So that's why I'm emphasizing on the issue of coming up with a PC whereby each and every person in the management, they are able to sign, and also we come up with a SPS, whereby this we sign the performance contract with all employees, so that they may be able we may be able to monitor their performance. Another thing also we can implement by coming up with an M&A team, which will be able to monitor the performance across the county. Thank you.
Mshila Mwamkuu, you'll take the next questions.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Peter.
Good afternoon, Your Honorable.
I have two questions for you.
Yes.
The first one is what mechanisms would you put in place to ensure continuous capacity building, career development, and training of county staff? The second one, you have, is it okay with the first one or I repeat?
You say career development and training?
What mechanisms you put in place to ensure continuous capacity building, career development, and training of county staff?
Okay, thank you.
The second one, how will you ensure compliance? How will you ensure compliance with the national legislations and policies such as the Public Finance Management Act? Second one, public service values and principles of governance, that is Article 232 of the Constitution. It's okay.
So, thank you. Okay, the first question, Your Honorable, told the Chair. The first question, it talks of capacity building, career development, and training. One of the issue I have to handle is the issue of training need assessment on the issue of capacity building. Training need assessment is very important in any organization because you'll be able to identify gaps in your employees, especially what does the employee need. So one of the mechanisms I'll put in place to come up with a TNA, training need analysis, which will be able to identify the training gaps. On the career development and training, we have to come with what we call succession planning framework, a framework for succession planning, which will be able to understand. When you have a framework, you'll be able now to implement the career development and training, career development and training within our county staff. And career development also, if you want to come with we also need to have a good career development and training. We need also to have a work plan, HR work plan, whereby that work plan, annual work plan, which will enable the county to know the number of needs which are there, so that the county can be able to handle those issues. So one of it is having a training need analysis. The second one, having a work plan, and also we can also develop a succession framework for the career development. Thank you.
Second one, how will you ensure compliance?
Okay, the second question, to ensure compliance, according to Article 59 of the County Government Act, it talks of the county public, so its work is to ensure we sensitize on the national values and principles as Article 10 and 232. So I'll make sure that we ensure the employees, they are there to the national values and principle. And also on the issue of PFM Act, I'll ensure that we are there to the PFM Act as per what the PFM Act says, because it is the PFM Act, it's all about being prudent and being transparent when you are using the public fund. So I'll make sure that adherence and sensitization on the same. Thank you.
MCA Kaloleni, Shumazar, you're next.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Mshila.
Good afternoon, Your Honorable.
Okay, I have a set of questions for you. One, what systems will you establish to enhance accountability and efficiency within the county public service? I repeat, what systems will you establish to enhance accountability and efficiency within the county public service? And again, how will you ensure that the county public service board delivers on its mandate without the undue political or executive interference? How will you ensure that the county public service board delivers on its mandate without undue political or executive interference? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honorable. Through the chair, okay, the issue of system to put in place to ensure accountability. Accountability is a very important aspect in the as per Article 10 and 232 of the Constitution of Kenya. One of the issues to ensure accountability within the system is to ensure we digitalization of our recruitment. That is one of the issues. Another one, to ensure accountability, we have to ensure that our performance management, we come up with a good performance management system so that we be accountable on the what we are doing. And I think this one will enable our county to be more accountable when we have a good performance management system, and also when we have a good recruitment process whereby an innovative, I'll say, what will I say? I'll say a good ICT system for recruitment. Thank you. The second question, how it talks of to ensure maybe
Okay.
I beg a pardon. I beg a pardon.
Yes,
Your
through
Honor.
the chair.
Yes.
Can I take it again?
Yes.
Okay. The question is, how will you ensure that the county public service board delivers on its mandate without undue political or executive interference?
Okay, the county public service board, the county public service board is a body under section 57, whereby it's a corporate body and it has a perpetual succession. It can be able to sue and be sued. So one thing I'll ensure that as the county public service board, we maintain the autonomous so that we be able to perform our function as per section 58 and 59, section 59 of the County Government Act. Thank you.
Okay, the next questions, Mheshimiwa Taraya.
Good afternoon, Your Honorable.
I have two questions for you.
Yes.
Yes, one is, I'll take both. One, the county public service faces challenges such as ballooning wage bill, low productivity, and staff morale. And I think you are aware of that because you have been acting in that position. So what are some of the reforms that now, if you get appointed, now you'll be fully fledged there? What are some of the reforms will you propose to deal with such? That is question number one. Then question number two, how will you balance the need for innovation with adherence to regulations and procedures?
On the challenges of wage bill and low productivity and staff morale, one thing I'll say on the issue of ballooning wage bill, this is a collective responsibility for the whole county. Why am I saying that? Because as a county, every day we need human resource. Reason being, when we do a dispensary, when you do an ECD center, we need a dispensary. So the, one thing I'll say, this is an issue whereby we need to sit down as a county, we discuss on this issue so that we may be able to know how we are going to handle the issue of wage bill. Another solution, maybe we can do what we call rationalization. Rationalization is whereby we do issues of HR audit and also skill audit. We'll be able to identify the skills which we have within the county, and when we identify the skills which we have within the county, it will enable us to know where are we going to place the skill which we have identified across the county. And I've seen the issue of low productivity and staff morale. The issue of low productivity and staff morale, we are going to handle it when we have a good system, a good performance management system, whereby if maybe the staff is not doing well, we can be able to come up with a plan which we will be able to monitor the officer in his production. If the officer maybe is not doing well, we can be able now to say, okay, the officer now is not doing well, we can be able now to handle it in another way. But the first thing, issue of wage bill, we have to ensure that we, as a county, it's a county issue. We need to handle it as a county, and also we need to do also issue of rationalization. It can be able also to reduce the issue, because we will not be saying we have a gap in health. Maybe there's somebody working in another department, he can go and do that work in the health department instead of adding more numbers. So that's what I can say in that question. The second question is about innovation. Innovation with adherence to rules and regulation. Innovation is a very important thing in the public service, and one thing maybe I'll put here before you. One of the issue we have to one of the issues is reviewing our regulation, rules and policy, rules, also regulation, also the procedure, which will be able to assist us to adopt to the innovation and able to balance. Another thing, we empower our officers through training and through taking them to seminar so that they adopt to new innovation. Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Shambi, you're next.
Chair. Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, before I ask my question, I have a supplementary question on what the nominee has just said. My name is Peter Shambi. I'm a nominated MC and a member of this committee. You have highlighted quite articulately on what needs to be done going forward. What are some of the innovations and some of the ideas that you have, which is very good. But now my question is, you have been in the County Public Service Board. What you are telling us is what the board ought to have done even before the conclusion of this contract currently. So I don't know what it is that you feel you can say. Number one, why some of the things that we've said, like staff rationalization, TNA, PC, all those things that we've mentioned, why have they not happened? And what makes you think that when, God willing, you get the position, you will be able to do? That is actually my concern at the moment, because the board is the board has been existent. You have been working for the board. There are certain things that we've mentioned that ought to have been done. But now in your response, you are responding futuristically, that in the event you sit in that seat, you'll be in a position to do that. So there is a reason why some of these things have not been done, that you think you can do them. So why do you think they never happened, and why do you think you can do them when you get that office?
Thank you, Honorable. Okay. It is true I've been in the public service board, and one thing I'll say, we have an issue of budget, whereby when you have an insufficient budget to handle those issues, you will be unable to undertake the role. So maybe I'll urge you members, as we are going to our supplementary budget, I plead with you so that you put that thing in mind so that we may be able to handle that issue of rationalization, and we see what we can do so that we reduce the wage bill of this county.
Chair, I still need to push further. Now, so clearly this has not happened, and you feel this is what needs to be done.
Yes.
And the reason it has not happened is because of the budget constraint.
Yeah.
So what is it that you are going to do so that there should be the things that you want to be implemented are budgeted for? Because the board has been there for 6 years.
Yes.
These things have not happened for 6 years. And when this new board comes in, it is going to serve for another 6 years. So what makes it different? That is what I want to get from you. You know, you're going to be the CEO. So if you're going to be the CEO, where are you going to get money to be able to implement all this juicy stuff that you have been highlighting? That is where the bone of contention is. And remember, when we were asking you about the nexus between the County Public Service Board and the executive and the County Assembly, you never mentioned the issue of budget. So what is it, where are you going to get this money to be able to implement these things?
Chair, on the same, you have mentioned the issue of budget. You have been coming to the County Assembly as Public Service Board to defend your budgets. You have never mentioned like your budget is less, you cannot do certain jobs. So why now? And you agreed here that you're going to work on staff rationalization, and which has never happened to date. So I don't know, is it the real issue or there is something beyond that? I don't think if it's budget.
Okay, through the chair, I want to say that this year budget, when I look at my when the budget was read, and I have the budget with me, the budget which I have, it cannot sustain the issue of rationalization. I don't want to talk about the past. I just want to talk about what I want to implement, and also how am I going to implement it. If I get a budget, I'll be able to implement it. And also my budget has gone down, it has been cut downward. So I will not be able to implement the issue if the budget is where it is. Because it was at 65, now it is at 61. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Yeah, I'm not satisfied with the answer, because are you the people who come to defend your budget here? The budget originates from you guys, then it comes to County Assembly. So who made that mistake? Is it County Assembly or it's you? Because the budget originates from you. And before we pass it, you come defend it. How are we associated with the budget?
Okay, you honorable members, through the chair, I don't associate you honorable members with our budget. What I say, at the executive, what we plan is not what we get. So I don't know where the problem comes from, but from my end, what I plan and give is not what I receive back from my end. It's what I received is not what I planned.
Okay, the truth is, members, there have been complaints from the board about the budget.
Thank you, Chair. He has answered my question. So the problem is from executive. Assembly should not be put there. 2, if you are given this opportunity and you have to work with the executive, the same the way you say you present your budget and you don't know what happens in between. So how are you going to make sure you safeguard your budget so that it's not low?
Okay, I have to work with all stakeholders to ensure that I get my share. That's what I can say.
Mheshimiwa Shambi.
Thank you very much, Chair. I have two questions for you. The first one, how will you foster a positive working relationship between the CPSB, County Executive, County Assembly, and the public? How will you foster a positive working relationship between the CPSB, County Executive, County Assembly, and the public? Number two, if faced with a conflict between CPSB and other arms of county government, how would you resolve it? If faced with a conflict between the CPSB and other arms of county government, how would you resolve it? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. Through the chair, issue of positive working relationship, it is in the law, whereby I have to work within the law, whereby what the law require me to do, I'll make sure there is a respect of we call respect of legal duties each person has with other arms of government. So I'll make sure that there is what we call good relationship between me with other organs of the government because of the respect of legal duty which we have, whereby the assembly, the issue of oversight. On my side, I have to make sure I report to the county assembly on the issues of reporting of the report which comes from the board as per the legal requirement in the County Government Acts. And with the executive also, I have to make sure there is a good relationship with the executive because I'm the agent of the executive, whereby I work on behalf of the executive on the issues of human resource. Thank you. The second question, how to resolve conflict. Conflict, we don't resolve conflict. Conflict resolution, I will resolve conflict through engaging in a talk, whereby we instead of maybe we start what we call fight. I will just make sure that conflict is resolved amicable through engagement, through talking, so that we make sure that we take this great county of Taita Taveta to another level.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay. The next questions. We would like to know your vision for the County Public Service Board for the next 6 years, if you're given the chance. Your vision for the County Public Service Board for the next 6 years, if you get this chance. The other question, how will you measure your success as the secretary of the board?
Okay, thank you, Chair. Thank you, honorable members, through the chair. My vision is to ensure we have a competent and motivated county public service. And this is through ensuring that all employees are patriotic on what they are doing. Whereby when our employees are patriotic, they will do their work without even monitoring that employee. So I wish to have a competent and a motivated public service. That's what I can say. And on the other issue of measuring, how to measure success, success is measured on performance. So I'll ensure that we have a performance management system within the public service to ensure that my performance is measurable.
Okay. On additional questions, in the questionnaire that you filled, there is a particular question in question 29 that was asked in that questionnaire. Have you ever been adversely mentioned in an investigatory report of Parliament or any other commission of inquiry in the last 3 years? So you wrote that EACC, you are the EACC due to false documents. Well, I would like to know which are these false documents. Maybe you elaborate further.
Okay, maybe I'll say EACC, as the acting secretary of the County Public Service Board, they have been engaging me on the issues of what we are having in the County Public Service Board, on the issues of false document. So most of the time I've been receiving invitation because of those issues which we are having.
False documents from the staff or you yourself?
No, from the staff. Yeah.
So maybe in addition to that, how do you plan to handle who use false document to get jobs in Taita Taveta, you as a person? Based on bearing in mind you have been to the EACC severally due to such, how do we avoid employing people with false documents?
I will ensure compliance with the Public Oversight Act, whereby how will I comply when we are doing issues of recruitment, and before we go further in recruiting any person, we have to take the list to the EACC to confirm the issues of documentation, and also to confirm on if they have any cases with the EACC, and also we'll work together with the Kenya Qualification Commission so that we may be able to identify, and also the Commission for University, so that we may be able to identify those issues and also resolve them amicably.
Okay, then you give us your parting shot.
Okay, through the chair, I want to thank the County Assembly, and it is my pleasure that I'll be able to go through and also be given a chance so that I may be able to, you may be able to see that I transform this county to another level. One thing I want to say that I want to thank each and every member of this assembly, because you have been good, you have handled me well, and the question which you have asked, they are just within the law. So I want to say thank you because of that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And you will be handed over your original documents. Then you confirm that you have everything that you gave us. Then the meeting stands adjourned.
Thank you.